Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Spurs versus Timberwolves NBA matchup on Saturday, January 27, 2024. If you like all the free picks we do at Pick Dawgz, you'll love our premium picks, our best bets. Use the discount code PICK, you'll get 15% off. We also have products that are meant for people who make big bets, who are looking for maybe one-on-one or concierge-style service. We offer those products, but they're not available on the website. You just got to text the number you see on the screen. Like I said, if you're interested in those not on the website, you got to text. But let's get to this one. Spurs taking on the Timberwolves. The Spurs 8-36 on the season. The Timberwolves 32-13. And I think, when we look at some of the stumbles that the Timberwolves have along the way, even beating the Nets by 2 points in a game they're favored by 4 on the road, you still got to look at the body of work here and say, man, these Timberwolves team has really played some solid basketball. When you look at their body of work, I mean, those brick free throws by Edwards in that game against the Rockets, just absolute head scratchers, right? But it's just the way that it rolls sometimes. And when you see these things happen, it is what it is. And actually, that game was against the Thunder, not the Rockets. It's like, oh man, I do a lot of videos, but at the same time, We saw that what I'm trying to get to is we saw the Timberwolves take that stumble and then lose outright to the Hornets, bounce back with the big win against the Wizards, and then beat the Nets, but just barely. So it almost looks like the Timberwolves are running out of gas, and I always worry about that with teams that are defense first because defense just requires so much effort that you see your team start to wear down. The Spurs didn't play any defense over the first half of the season, and now we've seen them improve on their defensive end. And actually, their performance, at least against the spread, has certainly increased a lot. They've played a lot better. And, even though they only have the one win recently against the Washington Wizards, they've got a slew of covers. And I think, for those of us who this is what we do, right? We bet on the games. Well, that's more important than winning the game outright in my book. So the Spurs have been competitive, and I think that's something that they weren't at the beginning of the season, and especially since the expectations were so high, after having Wemby on the roster, like he's going to, all of a sudden be able to take over an entire NBA team and beat, some of the greatest athletes in the world single-handedly. I think it's an unfair expectation and unrealistic. But, we look at the Spurs defense, 24th in shooting against from the floor. That's actually a big improvement from where they were. The Timberwolves, while they're known more for their defense, they also shoot the three, the third best three-point shooting team in the NBA. They're also 7th best at guarding the three. They are the best defensive team overall in the entire NBA. When it comes to the boards, well, the Timberwolves have just such a gigantic advantage here. I know Wemby's a big guy and all that kind of stuff. I'll tell you what, I think the Timberwolves are just way tougher on the boards. I think they're going to beat up the Spurs in this game. I'm going to take the Timberwolves, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. They're 100% free, and they'll help put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.